I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another player review. It is the team of the season so far, Moments, Danny Ings. He is a 93 rated, and I think the SBC is coming in at around 240, 250, depending on your platform. Player prices are a little bit higher on certain platforms than others, so of course, hopefully if you've got something in your club untradeable that can offset the price of this, you might be tempted to do it. He's had a weak foot and a skill move upgrade from 3-star, 3-star to 4-star, 4-star, so you'd like to think EA have been watching what they've been doing over the last, I don't know, 5 years, and really taking it upon themselves now to listen and to upgrade the weak foot and the skill moves to 4-star, 4-star in line with what is not necessarily meta, but just what is almost expected of a player at this stage of the game. You know, if this came out as an 88 rated card in November and he had 3-star, 3-star, it would be a little bit irritating, but it would still be a viable option because he would be a great card, and the 3-star, 3-star up against slower defenders and slower midfields and things like that might not cause you as many problems. But at this stage of the game where there are 5-star, 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 4-star cards knocking about the place for the same price, even cheaper, you have to have 4-star, 4-star at the moment. It just has to be a thing. So well done to EA for doing that. I say they've listened. Tonight, when they release another player, he'll be 3-star, 3-star, and we'll be back to square one again. High, medium work rates, average body type, 95 acceleration, 94 sprint speed. We'll move on to the shooting straight away. 99 positioning, 98 finishing, 96 shot power, and of course 99 penalties as well. The long shots are a little bit off the pace at 86, as are the volleys at 85. But to be fair, the volleys sort of a thing that is an afterthought with me in general. I don't know with what it's like for you, but I don't really look at the volleys and think, oh, well, they're low, that's going to cause me problems. I'm thinking, well, once in a blue moon, when he needs to hit it on the volley or does catch it on the volley, it might be a problem, but we're fine, right? We've got 91 short passing, 90 vision, which is pretty good. He can't take free kicks, he can't curve the ball. His long passing is quite bad, his crossing isn't really there either. But as a striker, I don't really think you need to worry. I know it says centre mid on his card, by the way. It's only for chemistry purposes, and I will explain the artist in just a second. He's not actually playing centre mid. He's not playing cam either. He will be a striker. You are going to see a lot of goals. So 90 agility, 94 balance, 90 reactions, 93 ball control, and 94 dribbling with 85 composure. Probably the standout negative stat out of the whole entire card is that 85 composure. He's got 99 heading, 99 jumping, as well as 90 strength, which is really important and very, very useful. 89 stamina, which a lot of people will think is okay, and I'm in that camp of people who think it's okay. 89 stamina is more than fine, but there are the select few that will look at it and go, oh, well, the stamina's a bit of a shame. I mean, come on now. 80 aggression as well isn't terrible. It's not, like, amazing, don't get me wrong. It's not even good, but it's not terrible. It could definitely be worse. So that's the team I've got him in. It's nothing great. To be fair, Jari Litmanen didn't play a single game. He's only there as a placeholder because I did have Steven Gerrard's prime icon there, but that was a loan. And now that's run out, I'm in a bit of a bind because Jari Litmanen won't do the same job as Steven Gerrard did. So I don't really know what to do with regards to that team. So I'll have to, I don't know, try and sort that out at some point somehow. I don't know. All these games were played in Foot Champs, so we are playing against people who are trying their very best to win, because why else would you play Foot Champs if it's not to pick up wins? His first goal came in 8 minutes, and I will tell you that in every single game he played, bar the last one, which there are no clips from because I got my ass handed to me, he scores in the first 10 minutes of every single game. This guy is nothing short of clinical. In front of goal, he is very, very good. Now, the comparison I'm going to make an awful lot is actually going to be Lucas Moura's Player Moments card. The reasoning behind that is not because I feel like they're the same type of player, because they're really not. But they both have SBCs. They're both 93 rated. They both play in the Premier League. And they both have similar stats in terms of the meta, right? So Lucas has that 5-star weak foot, which is invaluable, to be fair. A lot of people will rate that very highly. And of course, he's going to feel a little bit quicker in terms of mobility and such. But then things start to become very similar. So, like I said, I'm not going to give a direct comparison, but there definitely are similarities between the two cards. The passing on Ings is much better. Now, the reason I mention it is because I reviewed him last night. And like I said, he's a 93 rated SBC. It's still there, but he's valued at around 1 million coins. So when this SBC came out, and I made the link in my head, and I noticed the price of this was around 250, I'm thinking to myself, why is he a fraction of the price of another 93 rated Premier League card that looked quite similar on face value? In fact, the face stats, so we mentioned this in the 6 o'clock video yesterday, the face stats actually have Ings winning. So Ings has more face stats than Lucas Moura. Not in games, because Lucas wins that by a margin, but or a small margin, but still. The question I have is Danny Ings better than Lucas? Does it matter? No, not particularly. But if you thought that 1 million coins for Lucas was reasonable, I know there are very few people who believe that, but you know, if you are one of those who think it's reasonable, then you have to think this is the bargain of the century, because 250,000 coins for a card that is very similar, and by the way, I had more fun with and scores more goals. Don't get me wrong, Lucas is a great card, and you know, spoiler alert for that review, I did give him a very good review, and I did say that my enjoyment was 99. It is, I do really enjoy the card, but Danny Ings, for some reason, just hits a little bit differently with me. I think it might come down to a little bit of personal sort of emotional attachment. Obviously, he did play for Liverpool. He was doing really well until he got injured, and then obviously Liverpool signed some players. He couldn't get back into the team, and then he moved on to Southampton. But he's gone on to do even better at Southampton. So I really like Danny Ings in real life. I think he's a cracking player. He's still only 27. And in FIFA, now, he has a sensational card. This, make no mistake, is a great card. In-game, he is unbelievable in front of goal. He just doesn't miss. I built this team fully expecting to get demolished in every game that I played. I was on a terrible run because my team was awful. I was playing really bad football, or FIFA I should say, and I just couldn't get a rhythm going. I got Ings into the team, switched the team around quite considerably to be fair, and now all of a sudden, apart from that one game I played at the end, I can't seem to lose. I think I managed to win about 5. I think I went 5-0. In my second session of Foot Champs, but it wasn't just like, oh, I've scraped that. I literally ripped everyone I played to pieces, and it was probably down to the ELO, probably, yeah, sure, but Danny Ings was a massive part of that. Without him, I would have struggled in front of goal a little bit. So, clinical finishing, very good at dribbling. You've seen evidence of him just sort of worming his way through the defence. His positioning is very, very good, 99 of course, and you again would have seen that through the little cutbacks that we do. Obviously that is the meta way to score in FIFA these days. Last year it was the cross and the time finesse from the edge of the area. This year it's get to the byline, worm your way in as far as you can, and then just double tap it across, and hopefully someone's there. And Danny Ings, more often than not, is always there because of that positioning. There are a couple, just one or two little things that I can pick up as a con. His composure at times can be off-putting, and I do mean that in front of goal. So even though I said he's super clinical, there are certain circumstances that dictate maybe he doesn't put the ball in the back of the net, and you can argue that it's down to user, where, you know, me aiming to the wrong area, or, you know, not going near post and all that rest of it. But sometimes he does get the ball stuck under his feet and he can't seem to get it out quick enough. Is it delay? Is it me? Is it the card? I'm going to mark it down as the card because he does have that 85 composure, but it's once in a blue moon. Honestly, it's once in, it's not even once in 10 chances. It's like once in 20 chances will you really find that. But yeah, just worth mentioning. His long shots aren't particularly great either. Had a couple from outside the area. He can hit the target fine, but he can't really penetrate and get that ball past the keeper consistently from distance. So I mean, I wouldn't really try, unless you're in rivals and you're just messing around. I wouldn't really try it if you're in a sort of game that you really need to win, unless you are desperate and you can't get near the goal and it's edge of the area stuff and you're thinking, well, I'm just going to hit this. The artist chem style, by the way, the reasoning behind that for me, I'm not saying that it's necessary for you, but I wanted the agility up. I wanted the dribbling and ball control, but more than anything else, I wanted that passing to be refined as well. I think he's quick enough, and I think he's got good enough finishing. Didn't really care too much about the long shots. He's already got 90 strength, so it was just logical, for me at least, to get that up. Now, of course, if you want to use an engine, you crack on and do that. I didn't have one in the club, and I didn't want to spend the money to get one. At the time, they were going for about 4k, so I thought, no, I'll stay clear of that. Artist is 200 coins. I'll chuck that down and see if that's fine. And for me, it was. An engine is a better version of an artist in this situation, so I probably would go for the engine if I were you, if you're looking to permanently keep the card in your team, because you get a big enough boost. So, yeah, engine for you, artist for me, because I'm a cheap skate. But there we are. I really like the card. I definitely think it's worth it if you can fit him into a team. He's absolutely brilliant in front of goal, and it's a card that we never really see get a special item. What more can you want? If you've used him, let me know what you think in the comments. If you have enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.